What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Toothpicks. Now, we're going to be doing something today that I know that you're going to love. We're going to be doing these big old dino beef ribs. You want to see what these are like on the WSM using the Firedial? Stick with me. Stay tuned. Now, this is the beef plate rib. I got this from my local HEB, and I love these ribs. I love these even sometimes better than brisket. Uh-oh. Now, be quiet about that. You know, you want to tell everybody here in Texas, but this is an all-star right here. This is the all-star of beef, I think so, in my opinion. And we're going to be putting this on the WSM, my Weber Smokey Mountain right here in the back. I already got it lit up. Now I'm going to be using the Firedial by Lava Lock. They sent me this thing right here, and it's a diffuser plate. It's got some notched out holes in it around there, and it's supposed to stabilize the temperatures. I've never used it. I've already seasoned it already. And you know, we're ready to roll with that thing and see how it works for us and keeps our temperature stable. Now let's go ahead and get this thing cut up right here. Now, these have 3 bones in it, okay? I'm gonna get this open for you guys. Get this plastic off. 3 bones is what you're gonna look for. And sometimes your butcher, depending on who you have, they will cut these for you however you like. Sometimes, you know, they'll put that over there to the side. They'll cut them like this with the bone. Okay, you can see that a lot of Mexican grocery stores out here, or HEB has them, okay? Or your local grocery might have them, but mostly a lot of Mexican stores. I think they're called tablitas, okay? But it has a membrane here on the back. Good old marbling, if you can see that right up in there. This is prime grade. This is some good stuff. And you see it has a fat cap on the back. Now, I'm not gonna do a whole bunch of trimming. Got my little knife, just a little bit off the top. You know, trying to expose a little more of that meat. It's got silver skin at the bottom. Sometimes that likes to bunch up a little bit. But hey, do it how you want. You can keep this on if you want. You can take it off. There's a little meat right here hanging on the edge. And I don't want any sharp edges on this, guys. Reason after that'll burn. Gonna get that off right here. Get that trimmed up. Any hanging meat, anything that's gonna burn, we wanna try to get that off. Anything that's on fat that's too thick, you want to get that off. But for the sake of today's video, I'm not going to do too much trimming, just a little bit. And sometimes this bark, this fat will help you make a better bark, to me, okay? I think that's all we're going to do. It's a little more right here. You got to make sure you got a little sharp knife for this. I think that's enough right there. See that meat right there? Kind of exposed right there in the top. A little more fat up here, but you know what? Fat is flavor, and we want to keep that. So let's go ahead and get the cutting this. I'm going to put this to the side right here on the stainless table. I can clean that up later. Put my knife right here. Flies might get it. And like I said, let me go back to this. Sharp edges, go to round them off. Right there. Round those edges off. I already rounded that one off. There's another one I needed right here. But we don't want for a binder, I'm going to be doing the W sauce by Bear & Burton's. This is the Fireshire edition. I love this stuff. You can use hot sauce, you can use olive oil. You don't have to use anything. Use what you want. Now, I'm keeping the membrane on. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't want the beef ribs to fall apart and fall off the bone while it's cooking. That's why I like to leave them. Some people like to score them. Some people just like to leave it as it is, as I do. I like to leave it as is. But however you want to do it as you want. If you want to, you know, plan on taking these beef ribs straight off the bone without no problem, go ahead and pull that membrane off. It's a little tough to do, but go ahead and pull it off. You want to get that wiped down just like that. Not a whole bunch, just enough to give it a good binding. Now, for seasoning wise, I got some good old salt and pepper, kosher salt, into 16 mesh black pepper. And this is usually for brisket. You can add garlic to it if you want, but I've already had this pre-made. And then for beef, don't be afraid of it. Go ahead and get it all on there. Just like that. This beef, hey, it's a big old piece of beef. It can take it. Don't be afraid of it. Go ahead and get that all on the side. And even though it might not make a difference on the bottom, I don't care. Get it on there. Wherever this flavor can hit, that's where you want to do it. Get it on the side. And that's just a start. And I want to come across the top, do an even coating of that. And this is more Central Texas style with the salt and pepper. But hey, some of us, we like a little more flavor to add it. But however you want to do it, as long as you're smoking it right, it don't matter. It's your house. Do what you want. You're a barbecue also. Now, I'm gonna take this Tuffy Stone coffee rub. You know, this is good on beef. I've had some coffee rub brisket at Central Market years back, and I thought it would taste so good. So ever since then, I've been kind of buying coffee rub. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with this today. Like I said, this is not gonna hurt it. You're like, man, Bruce, you're putting on a lot of salt. Hey, that's what I do, the way I do it. Just cause, shoot, been doing this thing for a little while, since I was young. Not the best in the world, but I know what I like. You know what you like. Do it. Boom. Now, as you can see, good old coating of that rub. Look how even it is. Kind of bring this to you. Bam, look at that. Nice coating on there. Beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and get this on the smoker. Just a little bit to show you what I did to get this fire started on the WSM. I went on and used my B&B charcoal. Now, I'm not sponsored by them, but I do love to use their product, okay? Got that at the bottom of the fire basket with some wood on the bottom, using a little post oak by B&B, some chunks. Chunks are good for these type of smokers right here. And then I went on and took my grill gun and went on and lit them just the way I liked it. You know, it doesn't take, a long time for the grill gun to get this fire started. Once you do that, you want to go ahead and put your, everything back together the way you had as far as the middle part of the WSM. And then you want to take the Firedial and put that on top where the water bowl used to go, okay? And just lay it right there. Now, they're saying this is supposed to keep even temperatures. I've been hearing good things about it, and we're gonna see. Right after that, you go ahead and put your grill grate on, after you got it clean. If you haven't got it clean, go ahead and clean it now while the grill grate is hot, after it got hot. And then I'm also using my ThermalWorks smoke with just to keep an eye on what the grill grate temperature is versus this dial, because I think there's like a 15 degree difference on the top. So let's go ahead and get this meat on. Like I said, go ahead and open this. Everything's ready. Grill grates are going, and you can see I got that good old hinge. Now, that doesn't come with the hinge. You can get that from Lava Lock also. Link in the description, along with everything else I'm using as well. Go ahead and take these beef ribs, and I'm going to set these bad boys right here in the middle, trying not to touch that thermometer. Once you do that, just go ahead and lift that up, give it a close. Make sure I got my dial on the top. I got it like maybe a quarter way open. On the bottom, I got it like halfway open. And that's kind of what I'm learning to do. And it's keeping it between 375, not 375, y'all, that's too high. You burn your rib. 275 to 300 degrees. Now, I'm real curious to see how the Firedial does on this versus the water pan. The water pan usually keeps everything, pretty stable. And I like to have water in my smoker. While this is cooking, we'll come out and we'll spray this maybe every 30 to 45 minutes. This should take around 6 hours to cook, maybe 8. But on these bullet smokers, they seem to cook a little faster as far as meat is concerned, because you have the heat kind of making a circular motion going up all around your meat. When I smoked some ribs and hung them with the hooks, it cooked them jokers like 3.5 to 4 hours, and they were tender. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna do a video on that, and I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. But hey, let's go on, let it rest, get us something to drink, chill out, watch the game for the day, and hey, we'll come back and check them. Now, it's been about 45 minutes, and I want to go ahead and get this sprayed. I'm only using about some water and about a quarter cup of apple cider vinegar with about 2-3 cups of water. Go ahead and mix it up. Got my little shaker right here. Okay, a little my pressure pump sprayer. Now, I'm gonna show you something. The ThermalWorks smoke is reading about 277, and you can't see it, but it's about 275 on the top dial right here. So that's about a 2 degrees difference. So far, the Firedial is kind of keeping everything kind of even. let's go ahead and get this opened up. Now look at those beef ribs. They're already starting to darken a little bit on here on the top. Now the sun is kind of shining on this, so not doing it justice. But we're gonna go ahead and get this spray. So what this spray will do is keep it moist, and also helps out if you care about a smoke ring. It'll help that smoke adhere to this rub and this beef and help it create a smoke ring. We're gonna see how good we can get one today out of this WSM that we're using today. And that should be good. And I say we can come back out here periodically in about 30, 45 minutes, and I'll do this a few times. I'm not gonna show you every time I do it, so you get the point what I'm doing already by just showing you now. And then hopefully, we're not gonna even wrap these. We'll pull them off and we'll let them rest inside a wrap. Now, when we get to that, that'll be a little bit later. So Cowboys getting ready to start playing around 3:30. Go Cowboys. Yeah, I'm a Cowboy fan. I know y'all gonna kill me in the comments, but hey, Donald, get this closed up. Get that over there. And we'll come back and check it. Now we're back inside with the beef ribs. I've been letting these jokers sit for about 30 minutes, maybe, almost 45 while I'm talking. So you don't really have to let them rest a long time. I got them up to about 200, 201, 202, and that should do it right there. Just not like brisket. Brisket, I typically let it rest 3-4 hours, maybe 5. You can't rest that overnight, but I'm telling you, you don't have to rest this like those right now. So for knife purposes, the people over from Nakano Knives sent me their Sotuko, the Mito Sotuko chef knife. It's basically a Japanese steel knife. You can look at that. Looks real nice. Hey, if you want this knife, I got a link down in the description. Just go check them out. Olive wood handle right there. Japanese stainless steel. Let's see how this joker cuts. I have a lot of knives, as you can see, in the back right here on the wall. So, hey, I love knives. If you want, if you got one and you want me to try it out, go ahead and send it. Let's get to work right here. Now I have this in butcher paper. I smoked this all the way through without wrapping. I only wrapped it at the end just to hold it. And look at that right there. Woo! Let's get that butcher paper out the way. Put that right there and see. Look at that bark. I'm gonna put this a little closer to the camera so you can see that right there. Looks real good. See the bark, see the bones? And they stayed on there. And that is because I didn't have to pull away the membrane. I left that on there. You see the membrane is still intact right there. And let's get this cut up. Now, looks like you're gonna get maybe 2 good sized beef ribs, 3. Just to see that's kind of drawn up here on the side right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and get it cut with this knife. Let's see how well this knife does. We're gonna come in here and we're gonna go straight down. Boom, that's pretty good. That's the little parts. Damn. Look at that baby right there. Look at that smoke ring. Looks real good. Look at that juice. I gotta come over here and show y'all this. Look at that right there. Looks real good. That's what I'm talking about right there. That is how your beef rib is supposed to look. Looks real good, it's juicy. It's running off. I don't even have to do a squeeze test like you can see guys do on social media. That's how it's supposed to look. I'm gonna set that right there. Go ahead and get these other 2 cut. Now you know the one in the middle is gonna look better than the others. So that's pitmaster privilege right there. Say that for the pitmaster. Look at this other one right here. Juice running out. Let's go ahead and put this one right here back on the cutting board. That's gonna be my thumbnail rib right there. And I'm gonna get a taste of this other one right here. Look at that good old fat. Let's go ahead and rip a piece off of that. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and just light it. Look how that comes apart. Real good. That is so good. Comes right off. See it peeling off that bone right there. Look at all that flavor. So, hey, thank you for watching. Hey, you saw me have a Firedial. That's my barbecue smoker mods.com. You can go on there and you can check that out. Get you one of those. It did keep the temperature pretty stable and consistent. Hey, I like it. I think I'm gonna use it a little bit more. For more mods, you can go in there. If you have, a master build, PK smokers, I have a PK grill. And your Weber smokers, also your kettles. You can go in there and you can check out some of their product. It looks like good quality. I have a few things from there, like the hinge. I do have a door that I will be putting on my smoker. And then for the knife, this Sotuko knife right here, the chef knife, Japanese chef knife. You can go on the Kano knives and get you one of these if you want to check it out. Hey, until next time, toothpicks, subscribe, share with your friends. Until next time, peace.